All right, this is an out of character. Going to call it on the flip side because for people who don't know, I left. I stopped being a member of management in the GWF. Hell, I pretty much just left the group. I'm just watching the shows right now and or reading them. That's all I'm going to be doing. Now, why did I leave? We're going to get into that right now because there's a lot of different issues that led up to it. There's still issues, especially with a lot of current. I've had these issues with people can't sell, don't sell, won't sell. They'll sell when they win, but they won't sell when they lose. Too lazy or ignorant to fucking sell when they lose, but they're quick to sell when they win. That was that's been an ongoing issue, and that's just not in the GWF. It's them no selling pieces of shit are infested in every fed, every efed. It's like it's the current thing. I guess it's a rite of passage to be a no selling piece of shit now in efeds. So, but the main thing that led me to decide I had enough was the actual, not the actual Rumble, pay per view. Was the actual Royal Rumble, which I still don't get why you have to keep copying the WWE. But I told Dan because I knew his plan on it. I told Dan it was a waste of time to do it that way. All these so-called surprises, fake top dollars, people coming in that aren't even on the roster anymore, aren't even allowed back in the Fed officially. Just a waste of time. Why bother? You, why have it hit 30 people when you can have a 10-man? I would have done it way different. I would have had a 10-man over the top rope battle royal, bunkhouse stampede. Come dressed as you are, bring whatever weapon you want, and I would have called it the Bay City Rumble. That's how I would have done it. We wouldn't have to copy the WWE, and we wouldn't have to have all these there wouldn't have been any fake top dollars or any of that bullshit. And you bring a guy in, and then you tell the guy not to promo for the fucking Rumble. That was a waste of fucking time. You have him promo so that way he's there in hopes that other people would actually promo and hype up the Rumble too. That's basic booking 101. You don't have a guy come back. And I was asked if I would allow if I was okay with this guy coming back, which was Joseph Walker. I said fine. I was hoping he'd actually promo to help hype up the damn Rumble. But he's told not to promo. Dumbest fucking idea I've ever heard. One of the dumbest fucking ideas I ever heard. And when I read that actual Rumble, it gave me a fucking headache. It validated every reason why it was a waste of fucking time. It validated every reason I brought up. And I just said, you know what? You insist on doing it, then you can write the shit yourself. Because you have to draw a line somewhere. And that was the line I drew. On the flip side, what did I do as a member of management? See, nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody, but we're going to talk about it right here. Because what I did as a member of management is there's a lot of current things going on in the GWF that were my ideas. Colt Walker being world champion, that push to get all the way up to being world champion, that was my idea. Having him be a straight, he was already a heel, but I helped that along and helped that along. And when he had his feud with Crowley, as much as I wanted Crowley to win, Tyler's promos were just better than Crowley's. So the rare time I had to actually cast a vote, I had to cast a deciding vote on it. I voted for Tyler. I said, let Tyler, I can see a lot going with Tyler. And Tyler was happy with the direction that I gave him. He told Dan he was happy with what I was doing with him. I also, your tag team champions of Jen and Heather, Savage and Key Morbid, that was my idea, putting them two together. Not Dan's, not Jen's, not Heather's, my idea. And guess what? they're now the tag team champions. Hell of a great idea. Paul Martin being Intercontinental Champion, guess what? Guess who had to cast the deciding vote on that? Me. And I said, yeah, he should be the IC champion. I cast that vote too. I also pushed guys like when Johnny Rockstar was here. I put Johnny Rockstar and Jason back together, and had them take a run for the tag titles. And guess what? I did the job for them. When I had Frank Bronson and Jack Carter and Onita were the tag team, the dominant tag team in GWF, and I voluntarily did the job so that way Jason and Johnny could be tag team champions. Why? And I actually helped push Connor as well. Why? Because excuse me. Because Rich Carroll, who is doing Collision and has his own little fed now, it's well known he makes fun of kids with special needs. So I took it upon myself to do what Rich Carroll wouldn't do. I deliberately found a way to push Johnny, Jason, and Connor. I wanted to I added a little bit of this, a little bit of that, so that to Jason and Johnny, so they had some personality with their gimmicks. At first it was a one-off to amuse myself, but it got over so well that I just kept going with it. And Jen and Heather worked with it. I worked with it. Others worked with it. And guess what? Hell of a great idea. I'm the guy that pushed the kids with special needs. Rich Carroll wouldn't do it because he's too busy making fun of them. So I did what Rich Carroll didn't have the balls to do. I pushed them. I pushed them based on their effort. The effort that they, week in and week out, no matter what, they promo their matches. And another issue is guys wait till the last fucking minute to fucking promo. They will. What is it? You guys don't forgot how to fucking properly hype up a match, have a back and forth, promo wise against your opponent, or you're just fucking lazy now. Because that's pretty much what it comes down to, is a bunch of lazy fucks in efeds now. You wait till the last fucking minute to fucking promo. I'm on the flip side, I did more jobs in a shorter amount of time than just about anybody in a management position. I didn't have to lose to Ralph on this last match. I was asked if I would let Ralph go over, and I said yes. Let him go over. It made more sense for Ralph to go over with his comeback story than me to having Maso Onita beat him. That was my idea to say yes. Go with that. And then, on the flip side, I'm just tired. I'm tired of being the blueprint of how to properly sell when you lose matches, how to properly hype up fucking matches. I'm tired. I'm tired of being that blueprint, because it's obvious that no-selling pieces of shit are just going to continue to no-sell. And funny, when I posted a video about the same issues, and I called these guys out to explain what's the logic behind you no-selling, not one of these fucking bastards had the balls to explain why they no-sell. Funny how don't no-sell, but they ain't got the ball. They have the balls to no-sell, but they don't have the balls to explain why they no-sell. So I'm just tired. Every time I come back to efeds, I come across the same reasons why I left. And the big issue with that Rumble, too many surprises, and the same bullshit's gonna happen at Mania. Dan's gonna insist on doing something that's gonna be a waste of fucking time, bringing all these surprises in here and all this other bullshit. So why bother? Why continue to be stressed out? Why continue to have the headache when I don't have to? I have other shit to do. I've been doing it. I have a fucking wrestling blog that's very successful, and I keep getting heat for all the shit that I write. Hell, I posted something about Don Callis and Impact Wrestling, how his silliness is still continuing, and I still got marks getting mad at me because I wrote it. So I have a very successful wrestling blog. It's doing quite well. So I can just keep updating that more often. I always have something to fall back to. I can revive my old I changed the EWA Fed group to something Midwest Championship Wrestling. I can really kick that in gear if I want, or I wanted to really write some like something that's gonna be based on a graphic novel about Masa Onita. Really get into writing about Masa Onita and the things he did outside the ring. I can do that. There's other things to do. I don't have to be an efeds. Efeds are not my life. I've walked away from this before and I'm walking away from it now. And I'm not gonna come back to it. I'm sitting back now, I'm just gonna watch how my ideas in the GWF are gonna get fucked up. How they're gonna just totally get fucked up. Because someone's gonna fuck it up. See how long it lasts. Because there's a lot of things that I put into place with my ideas, and it worked. I'm also tired of being a fucking logic editor. Every time someone has an idea, I have to explain in detail why it doesn't make sense, but how this instead would make sense. I shouldn't have to be the logic editor. I shouldn't have to do, but it was what it was. I had because I worked in wrestling. I know booking 101. I watched booking 101 in 3 different organizations. I watched it. I learned under Silvano Souza and the late Walter Kowalski. So I know how to do it. It's always embedded in me. The booker in me is always seeing the ideas. Vinny Rongo loved every fucking idea I came up with week in and week out for the shows. So there's no one saying that, oh, well, these shows suck. No, everybody raved about how they loved the shows. Matt Mullins and I had issues and other sets and other stuff. When he came to the GWF, I was the first one to said, yeah, let him come. And when it came to me making a deciding vote on his promos, I voted for him. I didn't have whatever issues I had, I let it go. And and he got pushed all the way to the Intercontinental Championship. I had to make sure that Frank Bronson did the job for him, so he would go over. My idea. Again, I know when it's right to do the job. I know when it's right to where it's better for business over one of my characters going over. It was better this, and here's the reason why. I always had a reason why it should go this way, and the reason why was more logical. Understand? So, like I said, what Dan wrote was a waste of fucking time, in my opinion. I'm sure there's gonna be 2 or 3 people with snarly little comments or saying, "Oh, that Rumble match was really good." Well, it wasn't, and I know he's gonna come up with something for fucking Mania. It's gonna be along the same lines, so I'm not gonna be stressed by it. I'm not gonna go through the fucking headaches because you know what? 99.9% of the fucking shows every week were written by me, not by Dan. Once in a while, Vinny would say, "Hey, can you write this something in?" Or Leah would say, "Hey, can you add this in?" Or Tyler would be, "Hey, can you add this in?" And all of that came down to me. Once in a blue moon, Dan would write something up and have me edit it in. But all 99.9% of the writing was me. So you can slam me with your little snarly comments, but just remember, you're the same motherfuckers that liked what I wrote. You're the same motherfuckers that enjoyed the show. All the shows that I wrote and the ideas I came up with. So you can slam me for what I'm saying now, but just remember, you're a fucking hypocrite if you do, because you liked everything that I wrote. Plain and simple. So I'm just gonna sit back and view the shows and get reminded, and watch how most people just don't sell. Wait till last minute the promo, and it would be it'll stick. That'll be my reminder why I'm sticking to my guns and not just to leave. Why bother? You can bring your Mike Vandy back, who wants to have his fucking Hall of Fame moment. Shane Garrison will keep asking to come back, all that other bullshit. You can only have that back. I don't give a shit. I'll just sit back and laugh. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sit back and laugh. I did really well. I did exactly what I said I was gonna fucking do if I wrote the shows up. And Dan was waiting on Leo for fucking matches that Leo never wrote. I pitched myself to write the shows up. I said I can do this better. I can put the shows out in a timely fashion, week in and week out. And guess what? No one can say I didn't do that. I did exactly what I said I would do. I said I would push the guys based on effort. I would push the guys that Rich Carroll didn't have the balls to push. I would come up with ideas to make the shows exciting, and I did all of that. So I proved every point I said I could do, 100%. There, nobody can dispute it. Nobody can argue it. So I wasn't going to sit back and just not say why I left, because I know some people were wondering why I left and why I was not booked on the shows. So there's your reason. I'm telling the truth. I'm calling it out. And trust me, I got all the combos saved where I can pull it up as proof. Proof is a motherfucker. I can come back, all the guys that raved about how good the shows were, how good the results were, blah, 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 blah. I have it all. So I know I did well. I did better than a lot of guys. TJ Blade, Tyler, what's his name? When he was fucking running this shit, he couldn't get the fucking results off. I was fucking waiting a month, and he still couldn't get shows up. I got him in when I said I would get him in. 99% of the time, unless something came up life on life's terms, I got it out. I put the shows up when I said I would. So I don't have anything else to say. I'm gone from the GWF. I'm just sitting here watching the shows now. And however, whatever happens now happens, and I just don't give a fuck. So there you go. Now you have an explanation. You can leave all your little snarly remarks if you want. Act like ignorant pricks if you feel like it. But just remember, the ones that'll probably be leaving snarly remarks will be the same ones I talked about who don't fucking sell. If you have enough time to fucking make a snarly remark, you have enough time to sell when you lose.